Curious how you're enjoying Kansas City so far and how everybody's treating you.
I mean, I'm not. I just got in and got straight to the hotel. I haven't really experienced Kansas yet, so as far as I'm concerned right now, I'm just in a hotel.
Yeah. You're going up against a guy that's, good action fighter. Just how you feeling about this matchup? Obviously, you're known for having exciting fights. How do you see this fight playing out?
He is an action-packed type of fighter. He's coming forward. I think he's just gonna do just that. You know what I mean? The fight's gonna start. He's gonna come out, start strong, try to weaponize his cardio, and I'm gonna stick him.
You're coming off of a fight where obviously, there was some controversy over the decision. I know you've talked about this ad nauseum at this point, but, do you feel like you have something to prove coming into this one, coming off of the decision against Brian?
I typically don't go into fights thinking about having to prove anything, The proof is in the pudding, you know what I mean? I've faced the test of fire, you know what I mean? And I've been in the game for how long, and, I've fought the best of the best. And, no. I know I won the last fight. We all know. That's the reason you're asking me. You know what I mean? Everybody knows that. And it is what it is. I'm just going to go out there and add to my streak.
Would winning this fight do anything for you in terms of putting that behind you? I know that it's not like you're lingering on you, but would that help you sort of put that behind you?
It's been behind me. You know what I mean? Someone just asked me the same question before I came in here, and it's that I'm going to feel how I feel. I'm going to say how I feel. When it's brought up, I'm going to have to answer the question, right? But, I mean, it's the moment my hand wasn't raised, it was gone. It was out of my control. That was it. I was just on to the next, and I had to go do what I need to do. But people want to know and how I feel, so I'm going to tell them how I felt.
Yeah.
That's really it.
And just curious, how's the weight cut going? And, are you on pace for Friday morning and everything?
Yes, sir. Weight cut's going good. I feel good. I feel sharp. I feel extra lean. It's going to be fun.
When you're in a town like Kansas City that's known for having incredible barbecue and just great food, does that make it any harder, or are you looking forward to after the weight cut when the after weight cut meal?
I'm pretty disciplined when it comes to food and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely gonna try it after. I'm looking forward to afterwards. But I can't really have any barbecue prior to. You know what I mean? But after the fight, I'm gonna get me some for sure.
Everybody's been recommending a place called Joe's. I don't know if you've done any research on where to go. I haven't gotten any barbecue since I've been in town. So I'm just curious if you've done any research on that.
I haven't done any, but you just planted the seed, so I'm in there.
Yeah, Joe's. That's what everybody's saying. Joe's barbecue.
Brandon, just curious. If you, assuming on Saturday you get back on track, I think you had won a few fights in a row prior to that decision. We'll call it that. In your last fight, is somebody in the rankings something you want if you get back on track on Saturday night?
100%. I think that's what I deserve, and that's the thing. I think that I'm always looking forward to moving up, and advance my career. So absolutely, it doesn't matter who it is. First and foremost, I gotta handle this guy, and then after that, we move forward and take care of whatever we got to take care of then. You know what I mean? So yeah. I'm not really looking too far into the future, but I'm gonna deal with him, and then if I do get someone in the rankings, let's do it. If it's not, let's do it. At the end of the day, I'm starting to feel like the rankings don't mean as much as they used to. So I just got to put on performances, and that's all that matters.
I guess this might be a rhetorical question based on your answer, but I know all your focus is on Saturday night. But if you do get past your opponent, do you have kind of a name in mind if you get some mic time on Saturday night, or are you just going to kind of keep that to yourself?
There's always a name. There's always a name. It don't matter. That's just the name of the game. That's just smart. So there's always a name. There's always someone that you got your eye on. So I'm lurking. There's someone.
Sorry, I actually do have one more. Dalby was out here earlier, and he was talking about, he referred to you as the Jon Jones of welterweight, because he was talking about eye pokes and that he's preparing for eye pokes. He was joking about wearing goggles in training camp. What's your response to a comment like that?
I saw him do a whole thing on Instagram about it and all that. I mean, that's just him trying to plant seeds prior to, you know what I mean? He's 40 years old. He's going to be 41 this year. And I'm disappointed that someone at this level in the game, that you would think that I'm intentionally trying to do that. That speaks volumes to your knowledge and your skills. You know, so I'm looking at, it's like, if you think like that, you're a bot. You know, you sound like a fan. It's like, oh, he's intentionally like, bro, this is the fight game. It happens. I'm not trying to poke nobody in the eye. You know what I mean? But hey, whatever goes through his crazy mind, because that dude is a walking contradiction. I mean, he's a LBGT activist, you know, BLM activist, but he's a Viking. That goes against everything. Of being a Viking goes against all that other shit that you going with. So, I don't know. He's already out there. I ain't paying him no mind. The dude hasn't spoken a word his entire career, and all of a sudden he got strength from me. It's pretty funny, actually.
When you say planting seeds, are you referring to maybe him trying to make the ref aware of this? Is that sort of what you're saying?
Just making it a talking point, just in case. You know what I mean? Which is, hey, it's warfare. You know, so anywhere you can, on and off the battlefield. So I see him.